Love and light, everybody. This is Love, also known as the Self Love Guru, and I'm your confidence coach. Just taking a look at some things on the screen right now, trying to make sure we're on the right track. I think we are. But as you can see from the title of this video, it is called How to Stay Focused. And I really wanted to do this particular video because some women just tend to get completely off track, whether they're in a relationship or not. But most of the time, it's when they're in a relationship with a man, they sort of switch their whole schedule around. They can't think straight if they break up or if they're having an issue with that man. And that's a big problem. And that's a major indicator that you're not doing what you're supposed to do. Because when you're really walking in your purpose and in your destiny, there's no way possible you could really allow somebody to take you away from that. So it's either like you don't really want to do what you say you want to do, or you're not as committed to it as you think you are. But, either way that it goes, you have to be more committed to yourself. Now, the reason I bring this up is because I was just thinking back on some of my situations where there's a guy who is not intentionally trying to distract me from anything, even though some men are definitely like that, but they're not intentionally trying to distract me. It's just, they have needs and they feel like I shouldn't have any boundaries because most women don't. And so, with that being said, it's like they'll become very needy over my time or my energy, or, trying to make me feel guilty for not spending time with them. Like, oh, you too busy for me, or, I want to see you more often. And it's like, okay, well, we can make that happen, but it has to be between the hours of, you feel what I'm saying? Or it has to be on Thursday because that's my least busy day. Like set those parameters and lock them in. And if they ever cancel on that Thursday, next Thursday it is. Like, I don't have room to meet with you. And it is what it is. And then sometimes, if you're thinking about just taking a self care day, for instance, and you're like, you know what, I don't have a lot to do on Thursday, so I'm just going to chill. That's okay too. Like, you have to be able to convey that message. And so I want to give y'all three major tips when it comes to staying on track. First of all, when you meet a man, already have a routine in place. If you don't have a routine yet, fake it till you make it. Don't be available all the time, but figure it out. Like, learn, okay, do I need to add a new hobby? Am I waiting hours before my next class and I could go to the library, or, start reading a new book, listening to a new podcast, learning something, educating myself? Get a notebook. My mom actually got me this really cute 2022 planner, but it comes with sections so that I can write notes, and I typically use it for work. And so use things like that. Get you some of these. Like, I love these sticky pads. I keep sticky notes around me. Like, use these, utilize them, write down the things that you need in order for you to be successful, and keep your schedule a schedule. And that doesn't mean you have to fill in every hour, every second of every day. It just means that you need to have some business about yourself. The second thing is, once you set those parameters, set boundaries for yourself. So if you know your new thing is to go to the library on Tuesday so you can get your homework done, I got a lot of college girls on my page. Don't neglect that. Or if Saturday evenings is your self-care day to pamper your body, that's when you use your sugar scrub, you use your skin peel. I'm not into those peeling skin off my face and stuff with over the counter things, but that may be your thing. Whatever the case may be, if that is something you do on Saturday nights, don't skip that just to go out on a date a little bit earlier. Like, okay, you have your self-care routine at 6 o'clock. If he asked to take you out to dinner at 6:30, you would probably still be in the tub. So you have to opt for maybe a 7:30 or 8 o'clock date that Saturday evening. But don't budge on your time. And what this does to yourself, when you budge on your commitments to yourself and then somebody doesn't come through, or they come through and then they're consistent and then they stop, that is not a good feeling, because you sacrificed yourself to make accommodations for this person, and you will try to make them feel bad for that. Like, wow, I skipped my self-care day for you and you did, but nobody asked you to do that. Whereas if I took care of myself first, well, I've already had my self-care day. Now all I have to do is get myself some dinner tonight. And typically I take myself out anyway. And I'll ask the man for the money to go do it. Like, oh, you're canceling? Oh, I really wanted to go. Well, I only accept apologies in Cash App, and I really still want to go see that movie. Dot dot dot. And a guy will send you that money. Like, they might send you 50, 100, 200, however much they feel like they might have spent on that date, they will send it to you. Now, if you have a guy who maybe he doesn't have the money, that could have been why he canceled the date. Yikes, it is what it is. I don't know what to say about that. Hopefully y'all aren't dating guys who can't afford to date. That would be a waste of time. But anywho, make sure that the commitments you set to yourself are locked in. And what this also teaches that other person is that you take yourself seriously. So if I tell somebody, no, I have plans, I was going to relax today, and they're like, well, how come you can't? I said, I'm going to relax. But that means you free. No, that means I'm relaxing. Like, that's for my mental health. That's for my well-being. I have to recharge, babe. And they will get over it. And don't get me wrong, men, sometimes they gonna test you. They gonna push those limits and those boundaries. You have to stand firm in that. All right. So the third thing I want you to be mindful of is that you continue to affirm yourself. One of the biggest things for women that gets them caught up when they're in relationships, especially with new guys, is the affirmation. Like, they love being called pretty, and we love, we're women, we soak that stuff up. It feels good, girl. It feels so good. But don't allow that affirmation to throw you off track. Like, okay, yes, you can affirm me, but I can affirm myself. So it's extra. When a man compliments me, that's extra. I already know I'm the shit. I already know I'm pretty. I know I keep myself up. I know that I have worked to put myself in a better position. I know that I'm intelligent. I know that I'm a reader. I know that I'm smart. I know that people come to me for advice, and that I make a difference in the world. I know I stand out. I know I have a great personality. I know I have a warm heart. I know that I'm assertive. I know I don't play with people. I know I don't allow people to play with me. Right? Like, I know these things about myself. I know me. I've done my due diligence. And that brings me to my last point. Do your due diligence to get to know yourself, because I'm telling you, the reason why some of you ladies get played so quickly is because men, they study us and they can read you. So one of the things about me, while a man is reading me, I also know myself. So I see what you see. And I understand that in some areas you may see my weaknesses. You may see that I really like gifts and I like money. However, what you don't see is that I'm going to stand firm on my boundaries, regardless of how much you give me. Whether you're the guy paying all my bills every month, dropping $1,500+ every month, or you are the guy who's giving me $200 a month so I can have extra money for a trip, or like, it is what it is. It doesn't matter exactly what you're doing. What matters is that you understand that no matter what you're doing, I'm going to prioritize myself. And although I like you and I'm going to make time for you as well, I come first. And that's just that on that. I come first. I come first. Ladies, repeat this after me. I come first. I come first. Okay? Keep reminding yourself of that. You come first. And men, they say they don't like stuff like that, but they do. It's not you saying, okay, well, I come first, so I'm never going to make time for him, or he should just understand I've been busy for the last 3 weeks. Like, there's no reason for you to be going 3 weeks without seeing your man or your significant other, whatever y'all have going on. Even a guy that you're dating, how can I get to know you and we're only seeing each other every 3 weeks? That's weird. Okay, especially if y'all live within the same city or in a neighboring area. But what I am saying is, men like women who are assertive and who have some business about themselves. Nobody wants to date somebody who they feel like is just always available. Now it's like, okay, do you really like me or are you just bored? Like, who wants to feel that way? Do you want a man to treat you that way? Like, he has nothing else to do, but you're here, so he wants to hang out with you. That's not a good feeling. So don't make him feel that way. Make sure you have other things to do so that that man can feel like, okay, it's not just a pastime. She's choosing to hang out with me. And she has other obligations. So she's not going to be blowing up my phone and all over me. And, like, I can have my freedom. Men like that. Nobody wants to just be with a bugaboo. Like, that is annoying. Texting a guy's phone over and over and over and waiting by the phone and getting mad because he didn't call you or text you. Like, don't get me wrong. If you notice that a man is not doing all of that stuff and y'all have been seeing each other for a while, it's okay to say something, or it's okay to say nothing and be like, you know what, I'll just fall back because you obviously don't like me. That is for your observation. That's not for you to just keep nagging a person about what they are or are not doing for you. If you're telling me blatantly, I'm not receiving enough attention from you, I don't think you like me, and then you tell me that and nothing changes, that gives you your answer right there. So if you notice that with friends, like, oh, dang, every time I ask her to hang out, go to the mall with me, go out to eat with me, she never responds or she never wants to go or she, whatever. If this guy's only asking you for late night dates, y'all might go out, have fun, and then he don't hit you up for another 3 weeks, you know where you stand. So you got to decide for yourself, do I want to be the fun girl or do I want more from this situation? That is up to you to decide, not for you to try to apply pressure to a man and force him to change because you like him. You get what I'm saying? Like, and if you had some business about yourself, you would find something else to do or some other guy to talk to. Go out, enjoy yourself, meet somebody new, and start the process all over again. Like, these men are not the end of the world. There's so many fish in the sea. I know people be lying to us, especially with Black women. Oh, there's a shortage and there's this and there's that. That scarcity mentality gets you nowhere. When you think it's a shortage of money, do you want to go out and go get it, or do you think you're doomed? Right? So be wise when it comes to these dating decisions. But I love y'all so much. I hope this video helped. If you made it to the end, please drop a white heart in the comments. I will see y'all in the next video. And make sure you check out the description box for my links, because if you have not visited my website, you're missing out. I have a lot of blogs and content up there that you could be watching. Yeah, you. Love you. Bye.